nandal fintere na ngoy ko okay now lafta kalon ne ko nyim bakasol jomal le waf ana jomal le sang ani ya sanjolle la then ningalo ya sanjolle la then we are going to do a market value then we are motor ya jambe ka second hand motor sar ya jambe buy ya jambe label welcome because to be honest when I was going near 1,000 euro the data and I came back with that money come even when I reached at Italy you know the boys picked me up everybody wanted me to visit them they paid my hotel so Ninkata Dauda they paid ticket for me so from Italy so let me take me I was flying back and forth so for example when I went from Italy to Norway so nga mistake me guys should just go to Norway ngata Germany ngata France then ngana Italy but hello
ikatamile nyumbangu
exactly no, ani kata ngana so I will go from Italy and so I'll go from Italy ngata Norway ngamur Italy 2 days ngana flight ko so I was sick yeah weekly but they bring that Germany for 3 so each of this country I was doing 2-3 days but Gambians are very nice people wallahi like wala nante so that nga mulje come I'm ungrateful I come because Gambian only menkente I cannot pay it. They've been so kind to me even when I went to Italy na domoro benaka na bako na wife everything people give me a lot of gifts then but why I love Norway is it's so quiet you understand come it's more in Europe you know and then Frankfurt also I was in Frankfurt you know Stuttgart for a day you know, it's nice but until again they're not telikandole like Gambia
I know inata sumaya kono watu mene nata right
yeah
cool
yeah no it was fall but I'm not sumaya bakoro it was last year this time exactly last year this time I was there I was in Europe.
Wow. Okay, because I'm doing summer konole and then
yes summer kono it's chilly still you know
aso okay then nimbe kata continue sukri ni ngoni na story maybe sasiano de mendi and then sina continue kata ni
yeah so the main reason for this is kununga modo lesoto we have this girl she's in her early 20s so another friendly problem so brana friendly problem so de keleta so kelo nyim ko na de comfortable lipa object la barma ko you understand so yeah samba mile 2 right now as we are speaking she's in mile 2 she need to pay 25,000 1 year in prison at Momo in the long you know my foundation I've been going to prison frequently in soul organized learning artisan you know and then ngata je ngamul bondi ngamul mem bondi wala mul te mena ko minor crime pour Sénégal because mo do ka bobu la kata mo falal bondi you understand so wolum case te me alon ko internet de zikia ni don do kodola me jono de defana mamu nyonon defe yen sama code so code ko nyoko zikila kodojo wala prison so for me I live in prison for 2 years so I understand how it is difficult for people to be there wala na ninga mo moy amanke mo fati amanke kamu barma bake wala rape thing so ninga mo kodole ke jenda man kodo so I don't have it but ngana influence useless to go online so you know so this girl I'm appealing to the 1,200 people watching if we can raise something for her this is the reason Niziki from my life kekal
no
yes so bring try dinde wolam I mistake tale nga fala mulele kuni na ratcho kono they were crying and now we want to help us so mfeda ngana wave number nyinkeje
so if anybody want guys nimele fa sungu dinde ngoni pour na mako ya bula kaso kono nyame is just 25,000 Gambia kodo dalasi 25,000 Gambia kodo and then pour ka mako ya findi kaso kono bob kere fele ngai number bula komino naji fonsa pino o ata pino la banana number nyaba jera wala mu 7070345 right so I'll tell you number tanole wala bob la wave number di
yes
nimele la pour ka sungu dinde ngoni mako and then any amount men soto aman jutala and then the rest you know bob sa jibe no melalo kam pour ka sungu no ni mako pour findi you know e kan understand so alkana number sa ba ka communauto ala kanyang because ni wonta TikTok you know e ka live nim filter so al man transcribe mo yin tap kam ba ka fana so ni wonta ni live filter fana mun nan ko tan so alkana call direct call al ba set na we filter right so al kama fen no dron mul man jutala e kan understand so
yeah anu wo faran dambate comme yalla iko who feels it knows it so e kaje ko president modol bi jele bi intercamenta granted to wol be ko ta granted to you understand because be definitely mbesiri mbanta janne you understand but it'll j right now 5 o'clock no sit everybody is inside in your room
so kaje dol bi je dun ko na fole
ibe ka dun kono tale ye mayne si di la teng comme tel membe one man sel mayno si lom so ni bita sumuna jonkondo ta saldio ko use from
oh
yeah
okay
yeah
Europe la kasol ela jonkon kata ela bungo kono je wanyo
no jampana no mind you jampana bi jele but there's a yalo do bi jo mummeni yalle ko do bi jo kamata ko big space la you understand se kaje ko space
molel ba kun kale ko wef albe no mala wef alba
so jongon katara jele fan katara jele tele katara jele you understand
usa no bani mun ngonta live fona fa na start ko ten kal screen mo ni lipa kendek okay continue Bob sorry
you understand so kaje ko model bi je wol lafta safuno la rek safuno kuran safuno bi de safuno nani soto ne la bunkor bar model bi je that is luxury to them so anybody me alon ko organization will be block on about whatever is in your hands and you want to help people, you can contact me, my foundation. Our focus is to help prison and to help young people. Yeah.
Yes, okay. So ni comme ça na mda faka point do understand ko sa ikatado men dila ni yo suna ta kuna katre bungo kono jele feje fo so manda na o finti ndi yabo. Fo fon kata bon.
Okay. From confinement let yala in prison you have the remand section. You have the yado kono, then you have the how to call it? You have the confinement. TRLC yala kadame moy sana sabalul benundame. Yeah, so that is exactly where we are. That is where I was. So
sana sawal no be dam tatol.
Ante bolto one man cell. So ekajel wo kamu talo korda be nyam ko full korda ni 8 o'clock fita yene bunda yele so ne bunda yele igela porta buro chikatende ina ta jonko to so ela subnani la bol be ya be fighte ni pata ya ku yalande then after so never start jobra so ni odila kabo 5 o'clock but 6 o'clock na fata bulo ko ela ku be fam bulo ko I understand because sudo ni 12 o'clock sita ne bunda be so they are going to take the keys back to the headquarters. So nila portamburo fare block the chamber port. We call it chamber port. So ila ko we from block. You know. So what I did now? So yeah, there was a day I have a stomach come moment. So you have to use it. Yes, so and then it was crazy. So what I did now? I'm going to these schools and talk to these kids. So but some people are trying to make it look like it's politics. It's not about politics, Ziki. You need to talk to these kids about how hard prison is, especially in Gambia. So when I'm in that school, take the pen and leave the drug, because with the pen, you can become the president, you can become a minister, you can become a national assembly member. But if you choose the wrong side of the history, like you want to go into drugs, you want to go into crime, they will lock you up in prison. You understand? And they locked at J, like it's only you and yourself. You have nobody to blame. So this is the reason I'm going to the prison, I'm going to the schools, from my own resources. You understand? Sometimes from my own resources, sometimes from my friends. But ninka mo je ka bob ka korulta mo bulo kana menke kana pura la interest la. You understand? It is like it doesn't make sense. You understand?
Peter, you don't need that. You don't need it.
I don't need that. So when I was going to court, didn't men ka fintinam from from schools to come to the court, free bob. Manjio di wala, mandomoro di wala, everything di wala. But what I can do is, as a human being, as a young person, as a youth leader, is to go to these kids back to give them gratitude. So the gratitude there is, I cannot give them money, but I buy pen. This pen will cost $10 side. So if I go to a school, you can use this pen for 1 month. You understand? So with this, it is a weapon. You understand? That can make your life to be successful. Yeah, so this is the reason that is why we are going to the school science, a football field, like a footballer say, put a gas sensitized. But in Gambia, mom, whatever you do, people will try to, say something negative. But for me, as I always say, I just stay focused. You understand? Yeah.
That's all. Okay, so je jamol sort of jelebam fo jamo de like misirol teng saldulal teng me alon ko nin jumo sita bibal sita jumo sali wala salwa pe ko sali la bon ko jumo fanam fal ko fanan sali the same place.
Yeah. Nga jamo soro jela nga church soro jela. There's a church. There's a jamo. Bari ba jelo jamo be isi salawat fula damane salinoje. Wolom salafala ning alan sarot. You understand? And in Jumot. Because most of the time.
Jani betamila guys, aski mo tap number felenting guys pour sunkuri ni ngoni membe kaso kono anwainde kasandi kinela and then wallahi ko do me alon ko wilim won ani lulu. Ni la mu number 7070345 7070345. So don't remember betan ani momo 10 euro 15 euro 20 euro amon kunyin to science ya felenting you know sunkuri ni ngoni afinta kaso kono be an ko muso tan kasoti ko sa primo la dunje setano la dunje son sa mineke ala nin cila kan na ma ko pour afinta kaso ni kono nyami 7070345. Please, Anna, okay, no, still now, more we have sent every feman do still now.
No, do not disturb. I will not see any message. The message.
Guys, Anna try and help, please. Anna try, you know. You can understand. So please, let's try to do that. Yeah. So amancha comme ça, working in the Fanambeje, you know. So I try like Kamujamala Marco, you know. So therefore, na try, you know, to me Fanambe life to them and then Nisa, Nimarco, you know, Memento, Sungrin, na Marco, yeah. So an bobbe fenjela bari no konto france ambulo la kan na kafama and then na ma koy iko ni mobe jie ma koy ko la wananke bulo ta ya musi you can understand. So therefore an try na finanso hanna and then bajela the rest a finanso ken wa kayente mo men fe bajela bob finanso ken la den na sunguri ngoni ma koy findi kaso ngol. So momo se kan fenke no an na ke no 7070345 wala mo no manyenti please. So there we go. Yeah. Okay, so iko ale fiko soto jele chojo soto jele ane ale jamu fana soto jele, right?
Yes. So eka jele fitiro ka mo betere korotale, safo ka mo betere korotale, suba ka mo betere korotale. So salvona no itarje you pray ane alan saro ane jumo. So the Christian also on Franco watodo.
Chojo to.
On Sundays they go in for their service on Wednesday, if I got it right.
Okay. Nala mole ya call. Okay. Eka mo ilsa, right?
Anke mala mole ben call kanu.
I know. Okay. So domorol beje nyadi lela domorol how do you see the food come side domorol beta tale bang from buro la police back bang wala benne kinol fanan katabi jele so
because Salala Mako when I was there from Findraje. Okay, so sometimes I did not eat their food because even the sorrow. There's two prisoners. There are prisoners many along if you are convicted, it will like a jump on you'll do. So with those ones, you have to eat the prison foods. Come someone that bread in bottle and in tea. You understand? Then tribulo condona de suto ye simona de futur. But come, you know, did 2 years member ke internal more to be honest. Thanks to my friend and my family. Narman Jiomin ye Narman Tomoro ke stuck with that. Come maybe someone direct ni man me la and my friends are eating malafia. I feel like okay, imbijane. I need privilege shotone. You understand? So to be honest, I cannot say anything about their food because none matter. So someone that man told me to the day. I will sometimes go and sing a candling adomo. You understand? But come with my family, with my friends, nanaman jio minje, nanaman domoro keje because you can't every day from Sukoro. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
But according to the before the change, before it was worst. Because sometimes you can which I never experienced, but now alhamdulillah. Before become
Kabanko ketino kon.
I never experienced it, but come before. Many BJ Kosa and Domoro is better than before.
Okay, but now
yes. Because many two system will be witness. You go time, it a lot time or follow what they eat and what they eat now is different. So
okay. Me more meant to brief into the Yama Roke never like fendo letting stuff solo wala some needs melanco they need it inside their casolin kono.
Yes, a lot. Excuse me. I'm on the internet, but when you run a foundation, even Mufti Menk will, you know, big ustas is they run a foundation. And foundation also, I think I transparency need because if people are giving you their monies, they want to see where their money are going. Right. So as a person, you know, Yankuba Ture is my very good friend. Every Friday, in Takara Mile, Nunca Kontonjele. The month in Friday, the following Friday, I'm there. Yankuba Baji, and a lot of people, J West and others. So always, and Yankuba Ture is a prisoner. Yata Sora Nabijela, a prisoner.
Okay. I remember time when you
Minister. Adam the friend, another baby sale killing. So, but the Kajaloko, I will go and visit these people regularly because they are my family. You understand?
You need a good time to sort of together there.
Yes. And then Brindara J, when I was down, these are people that were putting me up. I don't know, you know, ito mo boblet, intel mo minister let, intel mo president yalla, you understand?
Yes,
Being feeling to so just you have to be strong and be a man. So those people were a good motivation to me. But in kuja man like many ano kaman nga si TikTok wala nga Facebook nga sa you understand? But kung ka fem post, aman kentalo korote. I want people to understand it's not my money. It is the people that are giving that to me. And also, I also want to motivate a lot of people for the prison. So most of the time, nka men posting maybe nga mol bula prison don't tell idea mo nka model le call nga fe ko you know what we have 10 people je even jam from we want that model bi je bi 5,000 damane muta so di mo mo lafta mo fula mo sa mo nane bula bi adeta stiki bi ne 50 ne 50 na bi monde nsi mo fula mo sa bonde no jele wala mutaje so when I always nka for sometimes let's just be we can disagree
la background man strong pour ka ko ñu pay
exactly
and $5,000 guys like really lulu ya finti kaso ñen
dol bije they only need 2 ID card pour moy bail par mo masor membe bail barbi taziki walante bob ni moment mudani ko 1,000 ID card mul beral na ya bonde
of course
but some of them also kung jadal because if you have been going to prison repeatedly la mol ka batay le ka fala bulaje
yeah pour ay lana lesson oh my god no so lara on de matlal katara duma bam fo like that is a bet melon ko kela wala kela matlal kan wala cemento
so men be ya do ko men be sel ba ko te men be sel ba ko te wala ntel bolon ko nga fay bilingo lo na bilingo
no
okay saka mo ne dlam ya concrete ne dla concrete comme ye dlam te just like ejam concrete so sponge all dila so yela sanke ke ni wakatar wol so ndelembe one man cell fengo babaro wood the plank e ka plank
I know
so ka jang so that if jam concrete le ye jam concrete after babaro la kan je so kila sponge all je bandal ko babaro fay bandale you know then nga sponge all du ma yala jebe jiolo ko so to ka je la ka yala je mal to be swam le ko swam you know the swam faro
bala kon baje kon
no amake ba comme dame aka nyikin wala ka monto so na ka jila sponge ka mudala monto so there's no choice that's where you sleep wala na ba for ndigel ko al crime ni cool tala because they don't do that it's crazy
pa kasuma je fa kasuma ya uda
yeah of course it's cool
okay listen like the first time you do that, I know you will feel like something else because you know market and then you will feel so sad and then feel sometimes overthinking. How do you feel?
You cried. You cried because what time you are in the peak of your life, and then looking in the karabati moje. You look left, you look right. So you cried.
You are living good outside, and then at the end,
yeah, mashallah.
Everything.
Yeah, I love this. Exactly. Imagine me on the telephone. Even in 3 days, I nearly go crazy without a phone. So first day they brought you in. I cried. I will not lie. I was
guys, I'll scream more tap, double tap.
I was like, oh, this is crazy. And then now 1 week later, then yeah.
Okay, so being the first time you let telephone boost okay, guys, then Bobby Mura file screen when you boost. I'll mandra screen when you tap can, Okay, like first time for the telephone boost that's the first headache you mean sort of follow because you don't have telephone or a better call, a better business or a better call, a telephone boost follow, they will learn it like it. And then Suda follow, Shida follow. I think that night it has sleep, like it has seen all that.
It was raining. It was in July 20, 2020. So it was raining. Nila first day, ila selo mandada. Oh my God, it was crazy. It is.
Dia ka nana ka bonda je kono.
No, palantero, come palantero, ni sama affair. Yeah.
Listen.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't want to talk about this. It stresses me.
No, I know it's passing on this.
Yeah.
No.
So that is it.
Gambia
It's crazy. So what I'm not young, boys let them just exercise patience. And the more not like banning or more not like Venkela. Don't do anything. Just be calm because at the end of the day, it's gonna be you. Like it's gonna be you and yourself in that cell. So, I tell me I'm gonna follow also. I want sometimes you bring people like us, we talk about this. It's not only
Of
about
course.
car. No.
Come on,
But sometimes we have to talk. Yeah, sometimes we have to talk about things because in Negambia baby, we are a very youthful population. 65, not more Kemal Gambia. 65% of our population they are all below 35 years. So we are a very young populated um, nation. You understand? So you can go right now. The temptations are out there. The kush, shisha,
Yeah, because
spills.
sometimes you got TV to because now for social media, internet or diamond to along for I do not be point that is TikTok. Because even you go to TV, people can watch you, but not TikTok. TikTok is more than the TVs nowadays. You can understand. More member jibila TikTok or what jibila radio to or TV to. You can understand. So fenjamal be jemila ko sesiano in a media and then wol ni siata jangalon ko nani live from a beka record la nga dun la melo ko 100,000 people le ka try ka jibe. You can understand. So sometimes some things are very important. People call someone on TikTok to okay kacha and then ka society ta ka diama ko like things like this is very important. You can understand. So nimbo to like for ninjol milan ko ka bullying crime mo ko na some advice that dira because ite alon ne kaso nying and then how many years like or months?
2 years. 2 years. Mhm.
Okay.
So basically, what I give to the young people is, at the peak of my life, like, in your 20s, you feel like you are come in a life world. You have this obstacle, but you see, for me, that is the biggest blessing for me because not be neither zikit nyolanda, ni modo tel nyolanda. You understand? So sometimes, nyanda ka dankene kom tel muhammadu wulti ala subhanahu wa ta'ala fempen sape kunto comme ya fo nyame ni be bama kono 40 days ita ziki janta mene domala yanta mene sotola ibe fala lu nyomale ibe bolu lu nyomale you understand ala yo be safele but also we have to put precautions you understand because at the end of the day nito ko kungu jadale iko mammo kea de man sa bulu la de ka wata amone ka lon ko yes ajibe 3 days ago 1 week ago this time we were in the cell.
Yeah, I mean,
protest la fay konte. You understand? So ndaka men dal for ninker block on rek. Let's just try to be responsible. We can I go to clubs. Up to now, signing I stop, but I go to clubs. And I'm not shy to say I'm young. Yeah, I go and chill and get out village link, get out 3 chicks. I'm young. Yeah. But no matter what you're doing, you have to be responsible.
Maybe because I can't drink cola, say, yes, right? You don't look like someone who does,
No. Like, okay, in real person, no. In reality, I'm a very shy person. Like,
yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
He does. Okay, Jack again on.
I don't know nothing. You think I'm going to video on blogger, my gilere.
More than Jack. No more than Jack,
Yeah, no.
Okay,
He's my brother. He's my good friend.
Comme ça, il a free up okay club auto deck, il a tableau ta et chill and then il a friends all in.
Yeah. Okay, I don't smoke. I don't drink. Only something drink. So sometimes we just go to club. Yeah, there's sometimes I'm mad like, but sometimes like when it, no, when you're young, you do things in because in the peak of your life in your 20s, what I'm only so the time you are getting to 30s, this is time you need to work for your future. So imagine if you have 40s, kata 50, 60, if you 60, but that's the end of you. You understand? Yeah, you understand. So sometimes we do our things, but they always think about so advice. Albe ko kela. Ni molo na tay bamaneng. Jio fenko ko nyali skinny ko nyali nalo no busera. Jio de la tala hajola. Because ni mo ke ni yuso noma ni tara court le menna. Felo to boxer ko ko kata mile two le. Felo to mile two soro. Wala ne kalon ko ye kunjama na fasalo. So always it is my advice. Prundongole kunjabula. Let them just create something, boy.
Na Jojo li keje nyadi le amor fana sonya ha ba ka ba ko fana ni le
Ma sonya Jojo neo na ko dung ni ko ja acha remind
Allahu Akbar
remind
just a question.
No. Right now, majority of the judges in Gambia are Gambians. But also, what people need to understand is, Ndabaka Jojo Bilem. So, okay, this is how it works. This is Bob Keita, lawyer. This is Ziggy's lawyer. This is the law. You understand? So, Itabella case present Lale, and this other person is going to present his case. And now the judge is going to look at what the law says.
Hold on, 1 minute. Guys, ice cream or tap, ale F1 serve, come in on the bucket. Live befen kosoro kane. Ice cream or tap, ale F1 serve, please. Hold on. Moment, name appeal follow. Yeah, F1 and ice cream or tap, ale say.
I'll F1 time.
Okay, good. Okay, comme ça, Jojo maybe decide then correctly mo Gambian, but we have foreigners too, right?
Yeah, we do. But the problem is, sometimes we can have different opinion, yeah. But at the end of the day, let's just be honest. So the judge is not going to judge you based on what they said. The judge is going to judge you based on what is presented in the court. So, for example, you tell a lawyer, Zikile mobile sunya, Ani, among mobile sunya, Bob le sunya, Ani amasunya, Jack le sunya. So, evidence on that. So, you tell evidence that the judge has evidence that. The judge is going to look at it. You understand? I remember there was a formula case. There's a very famous case in America. I was young. We were all young. A couple of case the O.J. Simpson case. O.J. Simpson. So O.J. Simpson, tuma lekaimo. Eka ex-wife and ex-wife la friend lefa. So yellow bang, DNA bang, everything match. Katele yake. But do you know why they left him? Because the police planted a glove. Glove me along mankate tat. So when he went to the court, during the prosecution you present, and then now I glove odung. So glove man do na glove for. You understand? So Jojo Kotai, ni glove man do no moment below. How can I sentence that? But they accuse that he's the one everybody knows because later on I admit it. But because of the case that you presented before the judge, you understand? Now any merit sort of like they throw it away. So we cannot also have our public officials and then we see people castigating them online when they don't know the problem. No, don't be they are very lazy. Like my judge was very lazy. Nako bin manna so my I understand. But sometimes we just need to also understand that these are people that need to work, even with the police. I don't agree with them, but if there is no police in the country, the state become a lawless state. So there must be somebody that will do the job. We can disagree with them, but there must be somebody who's going to execute this job.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I see that Bob is Trontale, Molet Mialon is Trontale, Malong.
Yeah.
Because they cycle, but young is Trontale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mashallah.
But comes outside, you are very cool and then nice part.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'll scream water. Okay, nimpo to nata je I'll finish that capotes just week back ago me alon ko lokunta milate. And then, meaning like was some more deal al furniture al finita and Nadel al more sia back from but I'll tackle al mobilize join together as a one Gambian al finita like mean and motivate comes a call step on into if I may ask you.
So first mena dalin ko na say Ture thank you. I was want to do I like this guy.
Typical.
The Rasta guy. Typical. And then there Fatima Jami and others that are watching now. Thank you so much for coming. So this is the case, right? Okay, Ziki, we are all Gambians. You understand? Despite everything, we are all Gambians, yeah. So ni Gambia data delay and our future generations. You understand? Yeah. So now, the former president was the president for 22 years. You understand? Though mistake but at the end of the day, he was the president. And then there are good things that he have done for this country. I did not vote for him in 2016. I have never voted for him. I only vote once in my life. That is 2016. You understand? Then 2021, I was in prison. But now, you cannot say, ko moike banko president for 22 years. That's not true. You understand? I'm not here to defend Yaya Jammeh. I'm not here to defend him. But what we are saying. No, ito ko ay membe sa asunyale.
Okay.
So now, I
Can you lie?
Oh, like I don't know actually, but what we are saying from what the commission said is, yeah, bagasol yala tractor tale, yala motor tale, yala sajol tale. We understand.
Yeah.
And now they have to sell them.
Okay.
At Momo Yaya Jammeh long. Yaya Jammeh love good things. Despite everything, Yaya Jammeh
Albabula come
Yaya Jammeh motor, Yaya Jammeh second hand motor sir. Yaya Jammeh buy Yaya Jammeh buy good stuff. Yaya Jammeh buy expensive things. So being na rangajo commission auto, yuko Yaya Jammeh lo bagasol ya wafle. At the brio bagasol waf, nka motor jele ka motor 70,000. Even my car that is outside, I bought it for 450,000.
Wow.
You understand? So that doesn't make sense. So when I'm so when I'm delfin okay, now left a car on the call. Nimbakasol Joman Lea waf and Joman Lea sang and ya Sanjolela. Then Ningalo ya Sanjolela. Then we are going to do a market value. Then we are going to know how much these things were bought for. Then by Jubel Kofonyu ko Sikisako Bako ba Famantrako. And we humbly went to the IG and said, oh, we want to seek for a permit. But they, as a person, a lot of people don't want me to be there. Bob, you cannot be. You understand? This is about my country. This is not about about Bob. This is about my country. And loving your country, Abedino for you to love your country. You understand?
Yeah.
So this is why, you understand? This is why we went out and we seek for this permit. So when we seek for the permit, mom permit sort of. So we told them, hold on, there's a constitutional right that gives us freedom of assembly. Assemble, but there's another law. Member CPC coming for CPC's criminal procedures, I don't know, code, something like that. There's constitution and there's a law. So but right now, the constitution is the supreme law of the country. You understand? So you can remember any law constitution of Port that law so the latter of boy now, we are going to go out. But we are not going to go at a place. You understand? So we are just going to go to a place. Dame alonko. Abi easy lal drone ni time sita nga Minister of Justice here. So when we wrote the letter, so a more command the force for questioning and then need yamda. So we need yamda wala. So we sit again as a group. Now let's go out, but we are not going to use microphones. We are not going to use speaker. We are just going to go. Nga sit Eurokoto. High Court Nyatilona. You understand? Ni time osita, we're just gonna go inside the Minister of Justice and hand over him the petition and we go back. This was our mission. We are less than 10-15 people, Jay. So what I expected from the police, what they were supposed to do was they're supposed to just escort.
F1 sianda l'escrimuta live ninka signal soto. So wala samba fala l'escrimo nyun tab ni scrim tap la siada melbe live nin signal ka at a live ni week la al scrimo nyun tab ala lipa ale F1 siani, right? Yeah. I'll be sharing what it can da kalon in GBO nyama. Yeah, I'll scream when you fat kajnata. Okay, go ahead.
You understand? So no time on sita. We are just going to walk peacefully to the Minister of Justice, 7-10 of us, and just give them the petition, and then we all disperse. But they just came, then we are lost by it. We could have resisted. But we get inside the vehicle, and then we went. So we are just transported from one police station to another police station. First, we were in Banjul, we were in Kanifing, we were in Banjulinding, we were in Brikama, we were in Old Yundum, we were in Brusubi, Yendel Drop, Burfoot, Doltara Sanya, Doltara Velingara. It's crazy. It was chaotic. Then the young people came to realize that these people, they are fighting for our cause. You see, I just want to make this clear. Ninga mulje ka fako like, oh, Bob is doing this for his name. What other name do I need again? You understand? You understand? What other name do I need again? At least I'm even going to be. No. I don't need that. But somebody have to do the job.
Like example tanda fola ni mol ko yeno zigi be nche kam puto la wala abe follow nyino la nteta na 1 million so mbe mina follow nyina ko tek.
Exactly. Ndar mandar TikTok baake. Canal to everyone mo nga fek we have 100,000 followers. Facebook you have significant followers. So people look up to you. You just have to be a role model. So we are not doing this for name. We are not doing this for fame. We are not doing this for money. We are doing this for the love of the country. Nothing more, nothing less. So until morning in Sodela mind kono, we care less about what people said. Hey, Kila Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam biri ale tele fita da John Beti. Biri ale ya darande. Ake kila ya mode. Ala molle folo ya kele. Abu Jahl wol ni molle ya kele. Mune ke la borta ja tara sid la do. So for us today, ni mol ka si kan de command ni name la. When they are telling me certain things, it doesn't get to me. It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't get to me. As far as I'm doing it for my kids, and as far as I'm doing it for Gambia, but people can say whatever they want to say. For example, point of